Hello everybody, welcome to the homework video. This is going to be short and sweet. The homework assignment is going to be very simple. All I want you guys to do is about 6 characters, okay? 3 characters per page. I want you to do one page that has 3 characters on it, and then that basically is going to be a total of 6 if you do 2 pages, right? And so the way that this works, if you look at the diagram, you'll see that there's like 30 minutes and then an arrow, 30 minutes, then an arrow, and then it says repeat 3 times. What this means is that I want you guys to spend, roughly an hour and a half on each character, but I want you to break it up into 30 minutes. Now, I mentioned this in the previous video about kind of keeping yourself in check. Well, this is a great strategy I find that works pretty often, which is to start a character, and after 30 minutes have elapsed, you stop, and then you move on to the next character and you paint that character, and then after 30 minutes you move on to the next one, and after 30 minutes you move back to the first character. And when you go back to the first character, you're going to see all the mistakes you've made, and you're going to see all the things that you should have done differently. And this is an opportunity to start over or completely repaint it, or just start to make those changes right away. And instead of you spending, like, let's say 3 or 4 hours on one painting and then coming back to it later, realizing there's so many dramatic errors that you would almost warrant a repainting. If you decided to repaint from that point, it's not too much of an investment, is it? And so this will be a great strategy. And I'm expecting 2 pages, and I'm expecting this to be roughly about 8 to 10 hours of work. Okay? Now, here's a strategy that I want you guys to employ before you get started. So one thing is you can do some of the strategies I showed before, where you draw a shape and then you try to draw 3 characters that live in that shape. Or you can come up with an idea and write it down. Or even better, like, write a character bio for 6 different characters that could be attached to each other in some way in terms of the world. It could be like a cast of a cast of pirates that live on a ship, or it could be a cast of explorers flying into space, right? Or it could be 3 good guys versus 3 bad guys. However you want, I'd suggest you coming up with ideas in the very front to help you with the design aspect of it, as well as trying to paint them. Okay? And this is going to be, I want these characters to be full characters. I don't want them to be color. I don't want you to try to touch color at all. We're going to be talking about the next lesson. So I want you to spend all of your time and all of your effort to really just paint these characters really well, and spend about an hour and a half. So really focus and try all the things that you've done before. Here's a hint. Here's a little tip. Do studies before and after, like, a set of characters. So before you get started with the 3 characters, do a series of studies, and when you're done with the characters, do a series of studies. And then go back around and do it again, over and over and over again. Okay, this is my advice. You don't have to do this. I trust that you should have enough skill to start to approach these a little bit more aggressively. But trust me on this, that doing practices and studies in between all the stuff is also starting to be expected. Okay, but at the same time, I want you guys to try to get the work done. Okay, all right. So this is, again, in the minimum. You can try even harder. Your goal with these is to become an excellent speed painter. All right, we're going to be getting there. We're halfway here, so we should be halfway to the skill level we need to be at. Okay, and if you feel like you haven't, then that means you need to really push yourself a little harder than you may have in the past. All right, remember, if it's easy, then anybody can be doing it, right? So try your best, guys, and I can't wait to see your guys' results. Good luck, and then see you guys at the next lesson in the next week.